How do you turn a simple email into an email that's going to make you money? While we've already covered this in some of the previous modules, I just want to further give you another example, because the more examples you see, the more you start to understand, and the more you start to understand, you start to apply, and the more you apply, the more experience you get, the better your life is going to get. So here is an example of how I turned a simple story into a sales email. Now, I want to have a caveat for you. You don't have to just tell stories in all of your emails. Like example, this is what happened a couple of weeks ago. Essentially got into an elevator and it dropped and then stopped at the 5th floor. Was able to get out. Everything was fine. Did mess, like I hit my head. That was about it. Like, thank God I was completely okay because my girl and I were in the elevator. But to make a long story short, I turned that experience into an email that has a sales link at the end. So how do you turn an email into a sales email? You have something, and a mentor of mine taught me, you have a story, segue, offer. Story, segue, offer. And you don't start your email trying to think, oh, how am I going to make sales today? You don't think like that, because that's going to come through in your emails. And that's how most email copywriters suck, because they're just like, okay, how can I make money from this email? On the other hand, if you instead were like, man, what story would my audience find interesting? Or, man, what kind of value can I provide? Or is there some kind of tangible result that I can get from my audience? Oh, yeah, let me write about that. And then you connect it to your offer. It's like a night and day difference. And I'm being 100% serious about this. I'm not just exaggerating it. I'm being 100% serious. You do not approach your emails with the intention of, oh, how am I going to make money from this email this week? It's desperate. It's needy. You need to come from a place of authority and certainty, because your client or you are writing your emails to help other people, and you need to really understand that. And so by understanding that, you can turn emails into profitable emails, emails that make you money, make your client money. So this story, I turned it into a sales email. How did I do that? Well, you keep on reading, you keep on reading. Up until now, you've had goals, you've had desires, you've had big dreams, yet you keep allowing the day to get away from you. You get tired and just say, I'll do it tomorrow. We all do. However, you're running out of time. Death will come to us all. Until that moment, inflation and other worldly events can make it harder as well. So now is your time to wake up now. Go to the gym, take your girl out, call your family. Pick that skill to monetize, pitch your offer to clients. You've got this, brother. Always the best, Dylan Madden. P.S., and we've talked about this in one of the previous videos. P.S., you can wait around hoping for some hypothetical moment in time where you are living your best life, or you can build a high-paying skill, take on clients, and make it real. So do you see how I ended that? I told the story about how the elevator fell, aka I could have died, and then I connected it to the idea, the segue of you that's watching this. So as far as the reader goes, the person that's reading this email, you are running out of time. Now is the time for you to go to the gym, to take your girl out, to pick that skill to monetize. And then I say, you've got this, brother. So I ended it like that. So I've got the bullet points. This is super relatable. I ended the email, and then I said, P.S., you can wait around hoping for some hypothetical moment in time where you're living your best life, or you can build a high-paying skill, take on clients, and make it real. So I gave them the offer. I didn't say, hey, you've got to buy this right now. I connected it to the story. It makes logical sense. You read this email, each sentence leads to the next sentence, which leads to the call to action. And then I threw in some social proof, because as we've already went over, social proof is king. Social proof can do so much more for your marketing than any of the most fancy marketing words, copywriting words you could come up with. So I did the social proof. Through freelancing, I've retired my mom, put my girl on salary while traveling the world, while helping hundreds of people close clients as well. Now it's your turn to learn. And I gave them 3 points. Everything you need to pick your skill. 2, how to find clients on social media. And 3, and know what to tell them. You're getting it all within Freelancer Profit Manual, plus private access to our group of 360 plus freelancers for further questions and accountability. And then boom, I left them with a button. Now, as we've already went over, you don't have to just do the button. You can also do, like there's so many different formats. Like, let me see if I can edit this email. Duplicate, perfect. You can also say, let's take this link. Let's say you don't want to do a button, which is perfectly okay. Remember, test, test, test. You can also do this. Get started here. And you can hyperlink that. Or, and this is one I actually really like doing, and don't overuse it. Don't use it every single email. So whenever I tell you these things, I want you to try different things, different angles, different positions with every single email that you're sending. Don't use the same thing over and over and over and over again. Test it and test it and test it. But this is one that I really like. Boom. Literally like that. And just hyperlink it. Boom. And if you want to tag them, make sure you've got the right link, add the link, done. You could also, just to give you another example, you've got this brother. Always the best. Let's take this PS out right now. Boom. Always the best, Dylan Madden. So you could say, you've got this brother. You can, let's see, how would I transition this? So now it is your time to wake up now, blah, 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 blah. You've got this brother to get you started. Comma. I've put together something that will take away all, will take away your excuse of waiting for some hypothetical moment in time that will never arrive. Take this off. Take this, just edit it. Now is your time to build a high-paying skill, take on clients, and make it real. Take the social proof out. If I was going to keep the social proof, I would move it just right below this, right here. Yeah, I would move it right there. So just to give you an example, make it real. Through freelancing, I've been able to retire my mom. I've been able to retire my mom, put my girl in salary while traveling the world, while helping hundreds of people close clients as well. ... That you are about to learn everything you need to pick your skill, blah, 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 and then boom, I would do it like that. So remember, whenever you're writing an email that you want to sell a product or service for your client or for yourself, you start with the first intention of, man, what can I actually help them with? Like, what is a barrier that my audience keeps facing that I can give them a solution to? What's an interesting story that I could connect to how I'm helping people? And as you start thinking that way, sales emails will take care of themselves. The money will flow because you're providing value, you're providing entertainment, you're nurturing that relationship. They can tell you're an authority, that you know what you're talking about, and the sales will take care of itself. So understand this and prosper. You want any other like explainer videos about sales emails, let me know. But with that said, that's more than enough for you to get started with. So what I want you to do now is either for yourself or for your clients, go ahead and start inputting this. Approach the email from this new mindset that you have, and then experiment with adding social proof, experiment with buttons, experiment with this style, experiment with this style, change the color, just do all of it. Like, as long as you're testing the different variables and you're consistently providing value, everything's going to take care of itself. So don't get lost in the sauce and start worrying about all these hypotheticals And should I email, should I sell once a week or like every 2 weeks or never email, and just focus on providing value to the other person and you'll be good.